Linus, my friend, I heard. What did you lose? Was it a goat or a sheep? Huh?
What's the difference? I'm about to lose all of them anyway.
What was it? A leopard? A snake? A cheetah, perhaps? What?
None of the above. It's the lack of rainfall. I mean, look at them. Look at how thin they are. And then look at the sky. Clouds appear for a few hours and then disappear with empty promises of rain.
Linus, I'm truly sorry, okay? They do look hungry. And it has been very hot. But don't worry, Linus. We shall stand together as farmers, okay?
What do you suggest? We put together money and raise some money for clouds?
Linus, now you're just trying to be funny, okay? And way too pessimistic. Linus, you should look at farming like it's an adventure, huh? Let's try and look at methods that we can help us maximize the resources that we have. And please, let's all just try and remain a bit positive, huh? Viewers, the majority of farmers in Namibia are finding them in a situation where their livestock do not have enough grazing land. Problem is, the animals are wasting their energy from just continuously walking around, just looking for grass to eat.
Exactly, especially here on communal farms.
Yeah. The thing is, grazing on communal land is not well managed. Relevant information is required. And that's why we have information services to help our farming community. Welcome to Lesson 2 in our agriculture series from NAMCO. Today, we are discussing extensive grazing as one method of controlling the grazing of livestock on farms. For our grade 12 learners, the learning objectives are to enable you to explain what is meant by extensive pasture and range management, describe the vegetation of common grazing lands in Namibia, and describe the value of non-grass species for livestock and animals. Enjoy the program with us. Viewers, livestock farmers need healthy animals. And to be healthy, the animals need adequate food. For a farmer to have food for his or her animals, he or she needs rain. It's an unending cycle which humans cannot control. But how we use the grazing land or area we have on the farm, that is within our control. There are various grazing systems that farmers could apply to maximize their grazing area, and in today's lesson, we discuss only the extensive grazing system. This is where the farmers allow animals to graze continuously in the same piece of land without control. Linus, since the other day that I was here, I've been around the area talking to other farmers about how we can deal with the situation of drought here in the communal area. And well, I can see that you are truly worried about the welfare of your animals. I am too. I am very worried as well. But what can we do?
As I've told you before, there's very little we can do here on communal land.
But why is the situation so desperate here in the communal areas?
It's land. That's the problem. Land. I mean, as you can see here, our cattle are grazing freely all on one area, scavenging for food, and while doing so, losing a lot of energy.
Well, Linus, that method of grazing is called extensive grazing. And it has a lot of disadvantages to it. I don't know, why do you allow them to go around grazing uncontrolled like this?
Well, you know, it is cheaper. There is no input costs like where you have to pay a person to use their grazing land. You just herd them into a common, shared grazing area and you have no further effort. And well, the animals have unrestricted access to pasture and they graze where they like. Nobody tells you where you're not allowed to have them, and it's convenient and much less work. I can even leave them here and go to work during the week in Vindu.
Well, I see. So it's easy for you to manage?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Well, I understand the cost and convenience factor to communal farming.
Yes.
Yeah, but I guess you reap what you sow. Because if the inputs are low, as it is with communal farming, then the yields, understandably, will be low as well. Linus, I see a lot of disadvantages to this extensive grazing method of yours. Can I tell you more about it?
Yeah, sure. Please go ahead. I can take the punch. I mean, I've been taking it all year.
Linus, extensive grazing as you are doing it here, it has a lot of disadvantages, for the environment, for the animals, and for yourself as the farmer.
Wait, what do you mean? How?
With the environment, for example, your animals graze continuously on the same pasture. They damage the veld by trampling on it and cause overgrazing. And the veld does not get a chance to regrow and recover. When it gets trampled all the time, new grass doesn't grow anymore after a time. You are overgrazing the land, and it is losing its productivity.
Oh, shoot. I see that now, that the environment really does suffer from this constant grazing of animals. It has no time to rest and recover, does it?
But it's not only the land. We spoke about how the animals have to walk around looking for pasture and lose energy, affecting their health condition. When it comes to the animals, they face the danger of diseases and parasites. You will not be able to control them. Everybody's animals are grazing together, so these animals will be infected by each other's diseases and they deteriorate fast.
Trust me, you don't need to tell me how fast they deteriorate. I know that all too well.
There are direct disadvantages to the farmer too. With extensive grazing without control, you will lose money.
Yes, that's the worst. My bull, for example, has been servicing all these cows around this village for free, and I paid a lot of money for it. It is a huge disadvantage. All these other farmers are actually my competitors, but I can't compete in the same breeding grounds and use the same pastures.
You are so right, my friend. The disadvantages of extensive grazing far outweigh the advantages.
Ah, there's good grazing land over there.
Yeah, there is, ne? You know, I wish I could cut off an arm's length of it and go and give it to poor Linus.
But do you know that when we talk about pasture, we not only refer to the grass on the land.
It's not?
No. The term pasture refers to any vegetation that supports grazing animals.
Oh, of course. Animals don't only eat grass, they also graze on bushes and leaves from trees.
That's correct. Grazing land consists of grass and non-grass pasture. Grass pasture is divided into annual and perennial grass. Non-grass pastures include legumes.
Is it only a perception, or do bushes last longer for animals to feed off than grass?
That's actually a good question, you know. That's a good question. As I said, grass is either annual, it lasts only one season, or perennial, which means it grows for more than a season. Annual grasses complete their life cycle within 1 year, and they grow from seeds. Examples in Namibia are Chlorus virgata and Eragrostis porosa. Perennial grasses can survive for more than a year, as their roots remain alive for a long time. They grow from rhizomes. Examples of perennial grass are Guinea grasses and pinhole grasses. Most perennial grasses are very healthy and delicious to livestock, and they digest easily compared to annual grasses. Now we look at non-grass types of pasture.
Yes, of course. Livestock do not only like to eat on grass. Huh?
Yes.
They like to eat on legumes also.
Yes, you're right. Yes, you're right. Legumes are the most common non-grass species for animals. These are plants that contain nitrogen-fixing bacteria in their root nodules, with which they absorb nitrogen from the air and fix it into their roots. A pasture containing a significant level of legume plants has a number of advantages over a pure grass pasture. Legumes provide nitrogen to promote grass growth and provide high-quality forage for herbivorous animals. And indeed, legumes hold their feed quality longer than grass species. This helps to keep the pasture quality more consistent throughout the grazing season. Lucerne is one of the most popular legumes utilized by animals. Lucerne is mostly planted and dried as lucerne hay. It is very nutritious and is used as a supplementary feeding for animals during dry seasons. Other examples of legumes are beans, nuts, and clover.
You know, I'll go and share with Linus as soon as possible all this information about livestock food. I'm sure that he'll be happy to know there's more to feed his animals than grass.
Oh yes. You know, non-grass pasture has got more advantages for feeding livestock.
Legumes provide nitrogen, which promotes growth of grass. As food for livestock, legumes provide high-quality nutrition, and it holds its feeding quality longer than grass. Definitely worth spending a bit of money on to keep your livestock in a good condition during drought. I'll surely tell Linus.
Yes.
Hey there, Linus.
Oh, hi Gary, man. How you doing?
I haven't seen you in a long time, eh?
Yeah, ish, we've been busy on the farm, man.
Hey,
So, brother?
I'm seeing that things are not so good on the farm, eh?
Ish, my friend. We've been struggling.
Overgrazed grass.
Yeah, man. We're competing. It's like we're competing for a small piece of land, and I can't, man. I have to get my sheep a little something extra to eat, man. I mean, they are my livelihood, after all.
I see that Nangola's been preaching to you too, eh?
Yeah. Let's just say he's made me view my challenges with livestock feeding in a more positive light.
Yeah.
We don't have to go down as farmers just because we farm on communal land. I mean, it was also fun learning the difference between grasses and also legume crops. That's why I'm here to get myself some lucerne hay for my animals.
I see. Fresh.
We have learned that extensive grazing refers to a practice where farmers allow their animals to graze continuously on the same piece of land without control. Extensive grazing has some benefits, namely that it is cheap, there is no input cost, animals have unrestricted access to pasture, and it is easy to manage and maintain the grazing for the animals. But extensive management has a lot of disadvantages, such as it causes overgrazing and soil erosion, veld does not get a chance to rest and regrow, veld loses productivity and value, diseases and parasites increase uncontrollably, the animal's condition deteriorates, there is a loss of income due to low production, and uncontrolled breeding results in low-quality animals. We have also learned that annual grasses complete their life cycle within 1 year, whereas perennial grasses survive longer as their roots remain alive in the soil. Legumes provide nitrogen to promote grass growth. Legumes also provide high-quality forage and maintain good feed quality longer. And now for the SMS competition. To SMS your answer, enter the keyword for this program which is grazing. Then send the option A, B, or C that you choose as the answer to our question to 5003. One SMS costs 3 Namibian dollars. Here is the question. Which of the following is an advantage of extensive grazing? Remember, an advantage of extensive grazing. Is it A, animals lose condition, B, animals eat what they want, or C, animals are easy to control? Let us know what you think the answer is, and we will announce the winner within 3 days. The winner can collect the prize at the NAM call center nearest to you. We look forward to your company tomorrow. Until then, please take care and bye-bye.